Welcome to Shaftman TV. Thanks a lot for joining us. We're going to have a look at the sacking of Daniel Farke by Norwich. It's an absolutely bizarre decision, and it doesn't even relate to the fact that they've got their first win of the season. I don't know what clubs expect, right? You come up from the Championship, you sell Buendia, probably your best player, or one of your best players, and you don't really buy any established players, and you expect to be competing in the Premier League. The Premier League now is probably the most difficult league ever in terms of teams from, say, sixth place to like 15th place. There aren't any easy games. In fact, the easier games are coming from clubs like Norwich because even if you look at, say, what Aston Villa have done since they've been promoted, if you forget the Jack Grealish money that they've received, they've invested huge amounts of money into the team, huge amounts of money into their squad. They've bought players 30, 40 million pounds. They bought Buendia from Norwich City. And I don't know what the Norwich board or the owners think that Daniel Farke's supposed to do. Essentially, he's done an amazing job to even get them there. Their player recruitment looks like it's on point. They have a structure in place that basically means they're probably going to yo-yo up and down Championship, Premiership, Championship, Premiership, and use the parachute money to improve the club. So sacking Daniel Farke is a very, very, very bizarre decision. So the sporting director, Stuart Webber, said, "We feel now is the right time for a change and to give ourselves the best opportunity of retaining our Premier League status." But it's just an absolutely horrendous decision. I'm not sure, I don't know if Farke knew that he was going to be sacked, but he's quoted as saying, "We definitely have a better chance of survival after the win. It's a marathon. The longer we work together, the better we will be as a team. I can't guarantee we'll stay in the league, but don't write us off." I mean, he's been manager for 208 games, winning 87. He took over in 2017, led them led them to the Championship title in his second season. They were relegated after one campaign in the Premier League, bounced straight back as champions last season, but he has the fourth worst record of all Premier League managers to have taken charge of 20 games or more, winning just 6 of 49 top flight games. You know, I think he's done a great job because if you're going to judge everyone on the budgets they have, then very few managers would be able to do much better with Norwich City. And a little bit of me wants them to get relegated now in a bad way because I like Farke looks like a good guy. I think he's a good football manager, and you need to invest money in the squad. You need to buy, like, they're buying players who are completely unknown. I don't know who these players are, and I know a lot of players in world football and in Europe, and they're not buying established players who've delivered in the Premier League. They're buying development players, and I don't know what they expect. So I think they're going to regret that decision because I think Daniel Farke was a good manager, and I think he'll come back probably with a German club, probably with in a decent way, and he'll come back. He's been ridiculed, but again, I come back to the point: manager has to work with the players he has. You know, like the whole structure of the club has to be there to give the manager a platform to perform, and it doesn't really. It doesn't really make sense. Also, what's also weird is they gave him a 4-year deal in January, in the summer. So who's above him? Who gave him the 4-year deal? Did they not think that Norwich would struggle with the players they've got? They've just sold Buendia. They've got a few good players, like Cantwell's actually a decent player. Pookie's obviously a good player. They've got Aaron's. They've got some okay players, but like, who gave him the 4-year deal? Surely they would have looked and said, we've got one of the 3 worst squads in the Premier League. If they don't think that, then they don't actually know about football. So who's going to keep them up? Who's actually going to keep them in the league? I think they'll get relegated, and as I say, they'll regret this decision. Anyway, Norwich fans, what do you think? Do you know something that I don't know? Do you think that Farke's a terrible manager? Do you feel like someone else could actually keep you up? Obviously, the 7-0 thrashing to Chelsea looked bad, and some of the performances I've only really caught on Match of the Day look pretty bad. And obviously they've taken the decision with the international break to obviously reappoint someone. They've got to the 20th, I think, of November for the next match. So a good sort of week and a half, basically. So what do you think? Do you think someone else will do a better job? Are you happy to see the back of Farke? I mean, he's given you some great memories. Surely you've got positive memories of Daniel Farke. So give me your views. Thanks for watching.